of that into today.
Oh my goodness.
There's a chance because he's locking that jet.
It's a Sky as well.
I mean, I thought that we were going to see another debut coming from Wood just playing on the Europe. As you're saying, he's sticking to the jet. Patitek is on the Sky, knowing also how comfortable he is with the KO, how much experience he has with the agent. Are you surprised that he goes with the Sky?
I think the approach is that they want to use these little drones and dogs to try to scout out as much info as possible and try to find a way to crack into Gen.G's defense.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to see how they're going to play this Breeze and send it to the first map of this grand final best of 5. Show some love to your casters for today. It is Doug and Baby Bay.
2 teams remain, and there's only room for one. Legends will be born on this stage behind us, and a sold-out Mercedes-Benz Arena will bear witness. A best of 5, Dre, to decide who's the best in the world. It does not get any better than this.
Gen.G have been given a glimpse of greatness before, and they fell short. Today, they play up against the contenders in the arena with a Woot who has been redefining, reshaping what it means to be a prodigy in the world of Valorant.
All that remains is for the game to start. Blades brandish, shields will shatter as we kick things off on Breeze. Heretics on the attacking side. An opportunity to completely eradicate memories of Madrid. Such a disappointing finish. But now they've gone so far. But the hardest step is yet to come. Benji Fishy trying to pave the way, following the dog, making their way out A. Tagged up by the walls, you see the spam coming through. First bit of blood goes the way of Gen.G, and the last of it does too.
Incredible pistol round from the start for Gen.G already. Looking poised, looking controlled. Yeah, they gave up all of that A space, but they were not afraid to fight that backside area as a team, as a unit. Lakia just lining up the shots right here. A job well done for the side of Gen.G to start things off.
Those are big moments that you want to get on the board early on. You know, we often talk about this, Dre. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. These are things where your mental will get tested. The depth of your strategy book can potentially get exposed. Texture's the one who's getting tested right now. Plucking Woot out of the Sky. And of course, dipping in for a second, perhaps a third. But wisely decides to take a step back.
He was an imminent threat already. Not landing every shot he's taking, but just the pressure alone, making Heretics have to slow the round down.
It's enough of a threat. We saw Texture with the Marshall. You see a Guardian for Meteor and Charon as well.
Silent creep up all around the mid area of the map. Once contact gets made in this mid door, that's going to be the key for Boo to creep on up.
Take them out.
And creep into his death. Really no space to be found.
There's not many options right now for the side of Heretics.
Not at all.
Yeah, they have all the mid space. So at least they'll have some info of how Gen.G like to play some of these default setups of 3-2s for future anti-ecos. As I say that, a rain of fire.
Hang on now, these classics are not supposed to be winning these gunfights. Not at this distance, not against
30 seconds left.
Guardian on the other side. Can Heretics convert on this? Can they already make a mess of the situation?
There's a flank.
Player standing. Spike
Rian's
down.
getting
B.
caught, the spike not going to go down. Patitek's classic, the only thing standing between Gen.G and a second round win. It's a
10
big
seconds
ask
left.
early on. And there's just no way for Patitek to get to this. He's not even going to be able to get to the spike in time. He's just looking for anything that he can find, daring, wanting a fight, wanting to die. It wasn't the way he wanted to go, but he will go down. So Gen.G get their second.
Salvation for Gen.G. That was a nice round from Heretics to do a lot of damage, but even at the end there, the little things that are going to take us the distance, Doug. They give the kill to Lakia there. With that Sheriff now, look at his ultimate. Viewers can't see it yet, but he has 5 ult orbs online. He's only 3 away from that Hunter's Fury. There you go. And an Operator already online for the first gun round of Team Heretics.
See that flash go out towards elbow, a little bit of presence B. Rian's making himself known.
Right here.
Whoop. Again, these openers from Gen.G look so good right now.
Picks everywhere on the map, left and right. That Operator got online too. And yet again, a 5v3.
Oh, it's looking to double dip. Benji Fishy posted up on half wall.
Oh my gosh.
While Patatek goes down. This
Last
has the
player
potential of being a
standing.
nightmarish start
Spike
for
down
Heretics.
B.
I mean, to go down flawless in your first gun round. When you imagine that you're playing for a grand final, this is not how you envision it to start.
Nerves can definitely be a factor in high pressure moments like this. And I think that's what we're seeing right now just from the start of Heretics, peeking individually one by one across the map. There was a pick B main on Woot. There was a pick A main from Texture with that operator. And then as well, just the solo peaks, B main after one after another. Just dropping like
30
flies.
seconds
And
left.
so Benji Fishy now just has to sit by and wait. Hope and pray that the round will come to a conclusion without being detected. And hopefully carry that Vandal into the next round.
But they're on the prowl, they're hunting him. And it's because their economy is going to be flourishing no matter what. Why not? Here comes first contact.
Bloodhounds with
seconds
nose
left.
to the ground trying to hunt him down. Benji Fishy feeling all the pressure. He will get cleaned up. The blood will be drawn. A flawless round as Gen.G get their third.
Just dialed in is Gen.G right now. Starting off strong as ever. Just a pixel meteor.
Poison's gone.
The original member of this roster. He's been a part of the team since 2022. And he opened things up onto Woot of all players.
Yeah, to think about how influential Woot has been in getting this team to this point. Oftentimes putting together plays that almost don't look real. They almost look like they're defying the way the game is played. Challenging convention. You expect for if Heretics are going to have a really good shot at this, he's got to be online. Of course, he is the first out onto the site, finding cover in the smoke, and now striking onto Munchkin. But Texture and Meteor again.
Spike down B.
He's not able to control the spray, though. Benji Fishy lit up. He's the last one standing and will meet a similar fate.
And it was actually a beautiful exec from Team Heretics onto the site. But what was that shot from Texture? He meant to flick Woot, I believe, on the site, ended up taking out somebody else instead. I think it was Rians with a wall bang.
You take what you can get, right? I mean,
100%.
gonna take a look at that play one more time.
Look at this. This was ridiculous. Oh my.
Oh, I count your lucky stars.
Just obliterated the opposition and Meteor as well. 7-2 right now.
It's an excellent start. A timeout called by Heretics. Down 4 early in this best of 5. Again, a dreadful start to the situation.
And Gen.G, they had a hard time in the beginning of this tournament. Coming off to strong starts. Seemed like they would always drop the first map every now and then.
Yeah, slow starts every time.
But they just went full steam ahead with no signs of stopping. They found out what the problem was. They fixed it. And they're vibing right now. For the side of Heretics, I imagine their coach is just telling them, yo, guys, slow and steady wins the race. Take a deep breath, it's not over. Get your bearings.
You got Rian's one away from his ult. Benji Fishy also close by, along with Patatek. So Heretics with help on the way through their ults, but I mean, it's been a dreadful start so far. We'll see how things look on the other side of this timeout.
Jet, fly safe.
Will be the second gun round for Heretics. And they need this one bad, Doug. They need this one really bad.
Meteor's getting active already, taking so much space. And then TPing away, feeling a lot of the pressure that's heading B. When you hear the drone come out, you know there's help that's needed. And of course, Meteor arrives on the scene at just the right time.
Just some spam through the smoke, seeing some of the chasers on the other end. But Munchkin, he gets plucked out by that Sova dart.
Where do they go off of this, though? They don't really have space anywhere on the map. Meanwhile, you look at the mini-map, Texture's already taken caves.
He's just gonna dial in on this angle, get any type of early info here. You imagine a jump spot coming through from the side of Heretics.
Or they just swing into it.
They swing in, surely they'll get taken out. We're
Meteor-
gotta find out right now.
Meteor used his ult on the other side of the map. Meanwhile, Patatek, there's the jump spot. A little leg shown. And now they think twice about it. This is a brutal spot for Heretics. They know that the Yoru just ulted on B. They've already gotten picked off on the other side. You know there's an op towards A. Much like we saw in the pistol round, Dre, there's not a lot of safe space here.
30 seconds left.
They are picking the right site though, Doug, and it's going to be a little faint with the Skydog into A site, but it's not getting the value required, I don't think. There's 3 players of Gen.G primed and ready here.
Lakia with an opportunity to make a massive play. Meanwhile, Texture on the other side, he was overwhelmed, but Meteor again delivers. Woot's left in a 1v2 with 10 seconds left. He's got the spike in hand. He's got to commit to getting it down low. And with 5 HP, nothing but a sliver, nothing but a little bit of spray will take you down. But Woot looking to find some success for Heretics, and he just can't either. A ferocious start for Gen.G.
A beautiful round for Gen.G. Meteor opening up the entry once more on that B site, just getting a spam kill this time through that Viper orb. And then what do? I mean, you're just stuck. You want to run into Texture's operator. He's going to take you out too. I mean, look at that. It's just the tracers onto Benji Fishy.
And that's not the first time we see him do that either. Those little spams through the orb, A main, have just been so clean for Meteor. I mean, he's 10-3 right now.
Yeah, he's dominating the server right now.
And we expect Texture to be the guy, right? We talk so much about Texture and how he's going to be the answer to Woot and who's going to be able to challenge this kid, and it's Meteor who's just taking the show. Blades online, op shot rattles off. Doesn't connect. But can Woot find any success with this ult?
We saw how deadly he could be in that last series. That icebox clip is one for the books.
I don't think Gen.G are interested in reading it, though. Look at Munchkin again, getting active. And again, it's Meteor who capitalizes. More than halfway to his ult again.
It's an unbelievable performance so far from the guy.
He just had it in the previous round, too.
And another disadvantage for Heretics. They're down 2 members once more, Doug.
Yeah, and they need to find a way to get some sort of success going, get some confidence going. Maybe it's in the hands of Woot, but something to kind of get yourself out of these stumbling blocks that you've slammed into every single round so far. Maybe it's Rian's, but now Texture showing that he can do a bit of his own. The blades come online, and Woot falls. It's just Boo now, and a classic at that distance, excuse me, a Sheriff. Maybe can deal a little bit of damage, but not even that. A 6-0 lead for Gen.G. Heretics have already called a timeout.
And knife for knife, Texture, best Woot in that Jet anime duel. It wasn't too crazy. Texture had the updraft still. Woot didn't have his. But still, moments like that, they sink into your head. Beautiful. Nice control, nice poise from Texture in that backside A. And he's been an absolute menace on A main. Just now, we're seeing him flip the map. He's going to op in B main, get info there. He's now enabled. They're scared of Meteor. The duo in tandem just switching sites, switching positions.
I'd be scared of him too.
Especially with this little off angle he's holding, waiting for anybody to creep on up, walk right into the crosshair. Benji Fishy doesn't want none of that.
Woot just shot an op into halls to clear the drone, so now they know, at least they have a better understanding of what's on the other side. Woot wasn't able to find anything going with the blades. Maybe the op will tell a different story.
God, Meteor's just walked all the way down mid as we were talking about all that. So aggressive, the reposition in the mid round.
He's liked to play around this map. Remember a couple of rounds ago, he took this space and then TP'd back B. Oh. Now he's got the TP towards A.
Dog and Halls will get some value, but it's going to be the fight in mid that's going to be the deciding factor in this round, and Boo comes out on top.
Benji Fishy gets the best Munchkin on the other side as well. Heretics putting together a round, and it's about time. They've got plenty of money, but I can't imagine Texture goes for a 1v5 here. They're handing over the spike
left
to Boo so he can get the spike down, get the ult online, carry that into the next round.
Spike planted. Is ready.
And there you go, success found.
And they're in a tough spot right now because you want to hunt. It's a 5v1. But if you drop all your weaponry right now, you're not going to have much left in the tank. You're going to have a scrappy buy, light armors.
You almost can't afford to.
Yeah.
And so maybe they get one, and maybe that's when they decide to cut their losses. But as I say that, it does seem like Heretics are getting a little bit active. You've got the dart that just hit backside from Rian's. to make sure that he wasn't there. Benji Fishy's also on the prowl. This is risky. When you're down this big, every dollar counts. And I don't think Texture knows. It's tough when you have so many angles you have to clear.
Oh, of course he knows.
Guess is it just the right time? So Benji Fishy falls, but Heretics on the board. They got around, and they did so their own way, right? You think about it, it wasn't really anything crazy. They won their individual fights on different areas across the map. That bodes well.
Yeah, it was a slow and controlled round from them. It was the dog through halls that kind of distracted members of Gen.G and allowed everybody else to creep on up forward. Boo in that mid-orb fight, that was his first kill of the round. So you're 100% correct. The fan favorites, they take the first round for themselves.
Gen.G still with the cozy lead, and Op still in the hands of Texture. Wood has his own.
Way more aggressive this time around is Texture.
That trip will keep him at bay. And then even if that's cleared, you've got a cam further up the hall. And the toggle's right on cue.
And the thing is, Doug, I think Heretics are reading into the fact that Texture has been opping towards this B main area because he hasn't been peeking A main like he has been doing the last, first 5 rounds of the half.
Sure.
So the macro game of Heretics are starting to understand how Gen.G are set up, and it's kind of been giving them the advantage, at least in that last round.
If they decide to go A, they're going to have to reckon with the 2 Astra Stars that are sitting at their feet.
I've got your trail.
But the Seekers invested, the wall goes up, and they've decided this is where they want to dance. This is where they want to try to find some success. Locky with the Hunter's Fury out, it's going to be traded in kind by Rians, but they're starting to get the kills they need. They've gotten 2. Karen's still trying to dance around the site. Keep a close eye on the minimap. Benji Fishy has gotten all the way up, and he might be able to cause problems. Now going through the door, Texture stuck on the outside, still lands a shot onto Boo. And now a 2v2 as the spike goes down.
Hawk out.
That flash is so good. Munchkin has to wait for Texture to join the party. He's so weak, 30 HP, no armor. And Heretics in a really nice spot here, digging their heels into the site. But with such little health, what can Gen.G do? Munchkin falls, that's the weak one that's left. Does anyone swing the op? Yes, it does, and it doesn't matter. Patatek puts a bullet between his eyes as Heretics get their second.
2 rounds in a row now for Team Heretics. And the deciding factor was the layered utility. Seekers, Dog, Dark comes out. Even the late drone that they still had from Rians at the end there.
Yeah, and the Solo too.
Yep. So much follow-up utility to just smother everybody playing on the actual A site. And then the confidence coming back into the hands of Patatek, swinging into the Oppa Texture, who has been an absolute freak this map so far. Signs of life for Heretics. And now they're reading the map really well. Boo is doing a good job of IGLing. Once more, not hitting the site where the operator is at.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like they can see through the walls. As soon as the op switches back over to A, Heretics a step ahead of it. Decide that they want to take a different look, a different approach.
I think a lot of people out there, myself included, get so blinded by the fact that Heretics have these shooters, have these stars, that Turkish aim and whatnot. But they don't understand the level of macro these guys play at. They actually read the map really well. Their coaching staff does a really good job of prep.
Find some cover, Texture. They're looking for you.
And that's info gathered that the op is confirmed at A main. He's not pushed off of that line though.
Oh! He gets dropped by Rians.
I'd love to see that one back.
Yeah. And again, Heretics finding success early in the round. Another numbers advantage. Surely he doesn't take his TP, right? That's a second one he sent down there. The first one was a fake. That's a fake too. That's enough to slow you down and make you think twice about it. But Heretics now wanting to go B. Can they get past Munchkin? The spam is good onto the first and onto the second. Benji Fishy's there on the trade, yes, but it's a 3v3. It's going to be a flank on the other side. And by the time he arrives, the round will likely be over. He can't get in.
What was that from Meteor? The run and gun on the first kill. Consolidates his aim, secures the second. He's here to win it all, man.
Careful now.
Oh, Meteor caught by the trip. Benji Fishy showing that he can wield the op as well. But Gen.G will get to 7.
14 and 6. A second Yoru ult online and available. Here's that entry. Oh my gosh. Texture didn't even stand a chance, but it was the B anchors, the B setup, that clone following up. And then Meteor pushing all the way through. Smelling blood in the water.
Into the next we go. Op still in the hands of Woot.
Cutting through.
Carried over by Benji Fishy. Boo has his pit. Maybe they play around that here. That's just so tough when you think about Meteor's ult. It's such a good counter to that. Op train and shot delivered. Oh, he gets a second. Dash still on mine. Halfway through. Heretics again have the door slammed in their faces, but Riens continues to push.
And it's just a freeze to the round now. Everyone grouping up. Bomb is alone in halls. But he's going to be met by the force of Lakia. Does he wait for his teammates to come up mid-door?
He's quietly put together a really nice map so far.
Oh.
Rien's getting close line on the other side. Boo not allowed to get into the site as the door gets toggled once more. They have found some passage out, but they still haven't gotten the main objective down. That's a big swing out from Boo as Lakia falls. Can he find anything else as he pushes around? What a shot from Karon. Another 3 for him as Gen.G gets 8.
Finessing around backside A. Protecting his teammate who was stuck stairs. There was the distraction again for Gen.G. They make you look at so many different angles as you're entering into these sites. And this mid, in the beginning, Meteor got contact from the tunnel, sent the clone up, while Texture was holding his elbow the entire time. And at the end here, Karon, the spray control. Looking so good.
We haven't talked about him a ton, but he's putting up a really nice performance as well. Everyone on the side of Gen.G is delivering, and that's what leads to this 8-2 score. That's what leads to Heretics calling their second time out of the map in round 11.
And keep in mind, this isn't a map that Heretics play often. And when they do, I mean, I think it's, what, like a Neon or Yoru comp that they normally run, but they have to go for the Jet here because they have Woot, who has been, I mean, absolutely astonishing this entire tournament. He's first in almost every single stat for Duelist in his role. So I don't blame him for going on to this Jet pick. But the Sky, it's not getting as much value as I'm sure Heretics thought it would get going into this matchup, going into this series. Keep in mind, it is only the first half. Maybe they got some things cooked up on the defensive side.
Gen.G 3 over Heretics. It's one of the few in the crowd who are pulling for them. But, I mean, that guy might be right. The way it looks so far, Gen.G look incredible. I think we've got to mention, though, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. $12 and 4 for Texture. The op still online. Currently posted up A.
Deploying the...
This Molly, as soon as Munchkin can get some contact, does such a good job of delaying.
Yeah, it's just to deny any rush off the barrier. That allows time for that Yoru TP to go all the way in the back of B side. So if they do actually commit, he can be there. There can be a third member there. As all that's happening, Lakia gets info on Benji Fishy and Halls. A triple shock dart bounce. That's not something you see every day.
No, I thought that thing was going to soar right past him.
He's got the angles down, the geometry.
Heretics quietly leaning towards A. Remember, Texture has his op, and it's looking that way. Another opportunity for him to strike into the hearts of Heretics once more.
Someone needs to break his dart.
Quick step back. Fox the dash. The flash through. Meanwhile, Boo's the one that falls. Texture gets the best of Woot again. He's had his number the entire time.
Down A.
Gen.G are obliterating Heretics on this half.
And the setups, they're just shining so bright right now for Gen.G. A smoke comes out in main off the dog. There's a suck to follow up. Nobody from Heretics can come out and support Woot, who just dashed onto site. There's a dart behind them as well that allows everybody backside to just get some free kills. I mean, it's just too hard to entry against a comp like this. You have to try to bait out some of this Asher utility early on. Maybe catch him on a cooldown. Maybe catch him so he doesn't have that Suck available or the stun. And just like that, Meteor is slowly Texture is slowly creeping up to Meteor's score. 16 kills for Meteor, 14 for Texture. But it's all gonna rely on the controllers on this B site. Meteor is here to support.
Munchkin has gotten so much value here as well. I mean, forget about the dastardly duo of Meteor and Texture. Look at the value that Munchkin can provide, that Karen can provide. Another kill found. Patatek and Boo have to try to make something of this.
One enemy remaining.
But they've got them cornered. They've got them
Spike
surrounded.
down, B.
They know where they are. They're on the hunt. Gen.G get to 10.
Firing from all cylinders is
Switching
Gen.G.
sides.
Every single member pulling their part, doing their part in this. It was up to the controllers here, the double anchor. Meteor TP'd in. He didn't even have to.
Yeah, he didn't have to do much there.
Karen.
You know, a player that we talk about a lot. You think about his history and you think about his story so much as Lakia, and what a wild ride he's had. We've actually got an Omen player moment standing by as we get to pick his brain a little bit right now.
I'm from Gen.G Sports, 라키아. G2가 로터스를 굉장히 좋아하는 맵인 걸 알고 있었고, 그리고 굉장히 좋은 전적이 있었던 맵이었기 때문에 픽을 했었던 것 같고요. 저희는 예상을 했었고, 저희의 이제 로터스를 다시 제대로 보여줬던 차례가 됐었던 것 같습니다. G2 전에 상대가 매우 따라오는 게 힘들었었는데 이번에는 그런 일 없도록 저희가 더 신경 써서 잘하고 저희의 퍼포먼스를 더 보여드리겠습니다.
It would seem as G2 look to keep themselves in this half. Munchkin finding 2 quick kills, however. Suddenly starts answering back. Still 2 rifles in play. Wide swing out. Taken down. Munchkin finds one. Hunter's Fury out. Icy. The tap on. Munchkin on the swing. Bails them out.
테르틱이 현재 제 기준에서는 결승에 올라올 것 같은 팀 중 하나고요. 선수들이 굉장히 잘한다고 느끼고 있고, 그리고 저희랑 아직 붙어보지 않았으니까 결승에서 한번 좋은 경기 펼쳤으면 좋겠습니다. 많은 유럽, NA 그리고 중국까지 이제 많은 지역들을 만나게 됐는데 그런 상대들로 이제 이겨서 결승에 진출해서 매우 기쁜 것 같고, 결승전도 이제 잘 준비해서 해야 될 것 같습니다.
What a tumultuous journey he's been on. And again, we mentioned it in the first half, Dre. He's quietly putting together a very impressive game. He mentioned in the interview there, he just wants to have a good game in the finals. And Lakia, my brother, you're good so far. A 10-2 half for Gen.G. What a start.
Yeah, the toughness of Gen.G throughout this entire tournament, throughout even the stage that they had. I mean, it was tough getting in. They started off, I think, the season like with only one win. They were 1-3. They brought it back.
Time to jump.
Made it all the way here to Shanghai, and now this is the half that they just seem to just own teams on. This is where they thrive, on this attacking side of Breeze. Munchkin calls such a good game here with this Astra. You'll see them deny a lot of info in mid. In the mid round, usually.
Sure.
And slow starts like this, always. This is the bread and butter for them.
Yeah, Patatek invested the dog at the beginning of the round, spotted where Karen was. And it seems like Gen.G want to lean back into it anyway, knowing that they've been spotted on some of the presence. I love this call. You make the Viper wall go up A. It suggests a split going through double doors. He might even put his body on the line to sell the damn thing. Benji Fishy falls, but look at where the spike is. Look at where the rest of Gen.G are. All attention turning towards B. They're going to waltz in, and Munchkin might win the round by himself on the other side. 3 kills found. He's a man on a mission.
No one can connect on him. He's like Neo.
Here.
And now he just holds bottom mid by himself. I mean, you're right. He 100% won the round by himself, but either way, the macro game went in favor of Gen.G this entire round. What can Boo and Rians do to consolidate, do anything? But Munchkin with 4, the IGL.
Not able to deliver on the ace. What a gift that would have been, but Lakia cleans it up. Gen.G get to 11. Heretics not finding really anything else on the second half either.
The slowest of starts for Team Heretics. I mean, their aim isn't even there right now. They need to just start getting any type of rounds they can. Any type of gun duels. I mean, Munchkin, he should be dying here for sure. But good on him with the movement that he had. The little left and rights with the Sheriff. It could be so powerful. I mean, 2 body shots. He gets a headshot there through the wall. But either way, Munchkin set that round up perfectly.
He really did. The call was exceptional. The execution was somehow even sweeter. You gotta go back to the tail of the tape as we put together this beautiful story of Texture up against Wood, and what a clash that would be. Wood is currently sitting at 4-12 or something like that. Meanwhile, Texture and Meteor, we've sung their praises so many times. The song has got to be like a leaky faucet in the minds of Heretics. But they might be able to close this thing, at least this round. They've got a pretty big numbers advantage. Lucky and Meteor, the only 2 alive. They've dealt with 1 of this 2-headed beast in Texture, but Meteor still healthy. Now taking some damage, feeling a lot of the pressure. He will get cleaned up by Woot, leaving Lucky alone. A Guardian, but 20 HP. That's way too big of an ask.
And a Thrifty for Team Heretics. Gen.G, they did a good job early on using the drone, getting the info on a site. But Rians, he opened it up for his team. That Sheriff headshot right off the rip. That allows Woot to come in with that Marshall, just get a bunch of tags on players, make it actually a fair fight for players that are using the Sheriff.
Defeated.
All of a sudden, all you need to do is get a body shot.
Shot down.
Hit a couple there.
Yeah.
1 enemy remaining.
That was a nice one.
It's big for Woot. It's big for Heretics.
We actually got this.
The vibes are still good, so if you're a Heretics fan out there, which I'm sure there are many and plenty, it's not too dim, not too gloom. Maybe they can yet sing a song.
It's the same dog we saw from the previous round. This time a little bit of a jump spot. Has to be really careful about trying to get out now. You know he's gonna have to do that 2-3 times and then still not really feeling safe about it.
To jump.
As all this is happening, there's been a complete walk down through middle.
They're all here. Munchkin can't settle the shots with the Sheriff.
Decent damage done. So a little worse for wear. It's 3-2 on an elbow. Doesn't get much info. Benji just missing the timing. Maybe for good reason. But Meteor's giving a good reason for Gen.G to potentially steal this round away.
Is dead.
Patek on the exchange though. Oh, he's tagged him. I wonder if he can hit the spam. No. Camera spotting 2, spotting 3. Utility cleared, but space gained from Gen.G.
Spike planted.
And these are the scary moments when Gen.G gets onto this B site and Texture has this Guardian. He can really activate.
They're down in numbers, they're down in weapons, but this is winnable. It's going to be big on Heretics to execute.
Dead fool.
Another one traded back as Boo falls. Oh, this is big. A flash in the face. Texture can't respond back. Lakia with the ghost spots the second, but can't deliver the shots. So Heretics will find their 4th. They're continuing to stick around.
Yeah, making it costly for Team Heretics. And Gen.G, they're very comfortable doing these anti-eco slow rounds where they like to feel out the map. And it's all because it paints a better picture for Munchkin later on in the half. You're going to see him pull out all the stops in a match like this. This is it. This is the final. They want to take this first map win. Get the momentum in their favor completely. And the best way to do that is completely decimating your opponent on your map pick.
You saw Woot get a little bit active, get online. This last couple of rounds, a couple nice shots with the Marshall. Now with the op.
Here.
Now trained A.
Here.
And of course, that's where Gen.G's headed. A 4-1 approach, it looks like. That flash through. They normally invest a dart with this.
Next?
Yoruel.
That's better than any dart you could possibly ask for, because who can find a timing? As he saw through. Oh, has to dash away. I thought he was going to try to land the shots. Almost gets punished for the high ground. He tries taking. Meteor so far up here. What can Rians do?
Spike planted.
Playing close by as Patek has fallen. You've got Boo has joined. But they've gotten the spike down, and as you mentioned in the previous round, this is where Gen.G are successful. This is where they're at their best. Spam through the smoke. Boo falls as well. Benji, Fishy, and Woot have to force back to try to get this 2v5. But again, an impossible situation. So many things to consider, so many targets to find. Just too many. Gen.G map point.
Meteor's an absolute animal right now, Doug. Running and gunning, taking every timing he knows he can take. Off of the drone here. Didn't even need to see him. He heard the audio cue. The sidestep. Takes his time on it all. 3 on the round, and honestly, Karon, he was the one that opened up that entire round. He killed the rotated pad attack in mid. While all that commotion was going on at A main, that Yoruel getting all this info, Karon cut off the rotations. No cavalry could be arrived.
Lakia has this ult, Munchkin's close to his. Those two alone, I mean, those two can secure the map.
Yeah. This drone will get the info onto Woot as well to secure that orb. If they want, they're a little wary though, for good reason. They know they have gun advantage into this round. They know Heretics have to force up whatever they can, and these close range fights, that's where the main problem could lead. So a drone was used from the side of Rians into mid. Didn't really get any type of info, and Gen.G are more than willing to just wait for all the utility of Heretics to be thrown.
Another flash used, not getting any info. Patrick having to check it with his face. He's gonna get plenty of idea of what's on the other side. But you see them on the minimap, they're starting to creep in. The walls, the corners are starting to shut, but Patatech kicks the damn wall down. Rians gets in on it as well. Another round the way of Heretics, but is it too late? I mean, is it too far gone?
Can't help but feel like it is, Doug, but good work from Patatech slashing down the 2 players in A main with that stinger. I talked about how close quarter combat can favor that gun. And he played it to near perfection. Look at this replay right here. I mean, that's more than ideal when you're running that gun.
For sure. You gotta settle it just enough, and he did that.
So satisfying when it hits like that.
Patatech close to his ult. It's a big one too, as you think about how Gen.G like to play at the beginning of these rounds. Any info that you can gather is valuable. Decoy.
It's a faster approach from Gen.G. They've been sitting back for quite a bit of rounds. Meteor, I mean, he's so disrespectful right now, and I don't blame him.
Look at Woot. Oh, look at Woot. He tried doing the same thing. Both Sovas almost caught in their utility, but Locky is the one that falls. And now the Seekers on the swing. Karon not able to get much more. There's no room for Meteor to get back to the spike.
That's it. Aggression from both ends, but Heretics come out on top. Patatech the deciding factor. Yeah, he team flashed Woot right there. But yeah, at least secured the follow-up kill. Poor Woot, he was like, I had him, bro. Either way, that second shot, oh my goodness. That's the Woot we know. And suddenly Gen.G calling their first time out. Coach has some words to say. Maybe using their ults to combo it. Just get onto the site, get that Viper's Pit online. And they have so many that are going to be going into this next round.
Heretics are putting quite a run into this in the closing moments of the map, or what you would think would be the closing moments of the map. They seemed like they were dead. I mean, they seemed like they were done. But Rians has been such a good spark for this squad. And of course, with Woot getting active as well.
Yeah.
With Woot coming online, there's always calls for hope.
And when you win the eco round like that, I mean, it's a round that you have no business winning. And you steal it away, it gives you the confidence to now build up your own economy. All of a sudden, Gen.G has scrappy buys every other round because it's just disaster when you invest so many guns into the round like that and you lose it. So although we were on a timeout, it's going to be a little bit of a scrappy buy. Yeah. I imagine the main strat for that timeout is going to be going into the following gun round. But a hero rifle buy this round for Texture because he has the knives available next round.
Amalgam of a buy. Patrick flashes the dart over the top. They've been caught once more. Oh, but it seems like they're happy to take that fight, happy to get caught with them. Now the drone over the top from Lakia. Patek still trying to hold the line with 3 hands over his shoulder. Now you're going to have to deal with that again. An opportunistic swing up from Patek, and he pays for it with his life. Now the Hunter's Fury, Rians will fall too. Boo and Benji Fishy left alive to try to convert this, and Boo's making a run at it. They've invested the neural theft. They've gotten info, they've gotten the pit out, and they're going to rotate away.
And just Munchkin staying right here. Heretics have to keep one player there. That's why you see Boo just stuck. Like he's in mud. And now a late lurk that can be a thorn in the side of Heretics. Benji Fishy, he's wrapping around himself.
He might catch a timing here. All of his utility is still up, but it seems like they've managed to navigate the landmines and get to the other side, so Boo and Benji Fishy with a borderline impossible task put in their laps. But they're so weak. There's got to be a really nice timing up for Munchkin. What in the world? How did Benji Fishy hit that? Boo's going to have to 1v2 here. He's got a Phantom in hand, but time is so short. He's got to go, and he's got to go now. One away from the pit, spots the first, understands where the second is, but he can't drop either. Breeze goes the way of Gen.G. Yeah, Heretics put up a fight. Yeah, they made it interesting at the end, but Gen.G able to slam the door, able to keep the lead in this best of 5. Icebox on the other side of this. We'll see you guys there.